Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule very well to this very day, that is continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And Shalom to the hopeful elect that is laboring this work and this labor of love that's showing forth your faith by pushing forth this word, giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, in truth, and sincerity, and all charity. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled Semitic. All right. Now, if the Spirit allows it to where I title this video in a different way, of course, I'm going to move according to the Spirit, true to form. But in this video, just want to go over what does it mean to be Semitic or anti-Semitic, because you know that term has been used today to deem someone to be or to show hatred or be against the ones that call themselves Jews, all right, or Jewish. And the reason why I say the ones that call themselves Jews is because the people today that are calling themselves Jews or Jewish, when you read throughout the scriptures and read about the prophecies concerning Israel or the Israelites, and you also read about the blessings and the curses that were to come upon the people of the Lord, who are the Israelites, you'll find out that the ones that call themselves Jewish or so-called Jews, they're not the people of the Lord. All right, they're not the Jews that the Bible speak of, because the prophecies that are written within the scriptures and events that have been written within the Bible doesn't apply to them. All right. Now, does that mean that someone who's against them is anti-Semitic? Well, you have to understand that the word Semitic or Semite goes back to usually they say Semitic or Semite. Really, it really is called Shemitic or Shemite. All right, and that word goes back to one of the sons of Noah, whose name is Shem. All right, so to be Shemitic or Shemite, you have to come from the line of Shem. All right, your forefather would have to be Shem, which one of the sons of Noah. Now, you had nations that came out of the line of Shem. All right, nations that are written about within the scriptures. You had Ishmael. Abraham, of course, came out of the line of Shem. Now, to Abraham came Ishmael. You had Moab. You have Ammon, which came out of the line of Shem by way of Lot, which are their forefathers. Their forefather is come from Lot, because if you read about when Lot came out of Sodom and Gomorrah, and his daughters got him drunk. You know, they gave him wine where he couldn't discern that those were his daughters. All right, because remember, Lot's wife turned to a pillar of salt, and when Lot laid down with his daughters, then that's when came Moab, and down the line came Ammon. So Moab and Ammon are Shemites. They come out of Shem. Even Esau, whose name was changed to Edom, that's where you get the Edomites from. Even the Edomites are Shem, are Shemitic. All right, and then you have Israel Shemitic, of course. So to be Shemitic, you have to come out of the line of Shem. All right, and if you're anti-Shemitic, then that means you're against the people who come from out of the line of Shem. All right, and that's really what it means to be anti-Shemitic. Being Shemitic or Semitic is not tied to just being a so-called Jew or Jewish. All right. Now they changed the meaning of the word Shemitic or Semitic to just apply to so-called Jews, and that's what happens, man. That's why you have to go into words, the etymology of words, to find out what they really mean. So, case in point, Semitic or Semite, which I pull it up in the Etymon Online, which gives you the etymology of the word Semite, right? So it says from 1847, it means a Jew, Arab, Assyrian, or Aramaean. All right, and again, the Jews that the Bible speak of is really going into the Israelites, in which they are known today as the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, pursuant to prophecy and pursuant to recent past events that have happened towards our people, to show you, and it was shown as a sign of who the Israelites really are. Case in point, and the main point that we make is Deuteronomy 28, verse 68, where we were going to go into captivity in slave ships, in which that happened as a nation. Okay? You can't pull one document that shows that the Jewish the so-called Jews ever went into captivity in slave ships. They never did. Okay? So again, it says a Jew, Arab, which Arab, their lines go back to Ishmael, which those are the Ishmaelites, the Assyrian or Aramaean, and Aramaean or the Aramites comes from Aram. All right. It says, read on down. It says, refer to a Semitic language, in which the Semitic language is Hebrew. Okay, because out of the line of Shem came Eber. All right, or in the Hebrew is Ibar, which means from the past, and that's where you get the word Hebrew from. It comes from Ibar or Eber. Okay. So it says from modern Latin Semita or Semita, from late Latin Sem, and look what they have right here, Shem, one of the three sons of Noah. Case in point, the book of Genesis. Okay, Genesis 10, 21 through 30. It says regarded as the ancestor of the Semites. See, in which again, Semite, to be a Semite, you had in other words, Shemite. Okay. It says from the Hebrew Shem, which the word Shem means name. All right, it's Shem in the Hebrew. Okay. So now I'm gonna jump from here. I'm gonna get another piece of information that I have. So that's why. So when you go into us, the Israelites, which again is pursuant to the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they say that we come out of Ham. All right, in which that's false. We don't come out of Ham. All right, because back in the ancient world, all the nations that came out of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they all were dark nations. All right, in which the Hamites were also dark nations. All right. And then down the line of Shem came Esau, which means the word Esau in the Hebrew means Aisha or Aishash, which means wasted away is he, because he came out red all over like a hairy garment. He lost his pigmentation. All right. So that's where you get so-called white people from. That's their origin. Okay. And that's the reason why we say so-called white, because they're not really white, they're red. All right, different shades of red. I'm gonna go from there. I had another piece of information that I want to grab real quick. Gotta go and grab it. I had it in the Zondervan. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Yep. Okay, here it is. Yep. Yeah, so Zondervan, this is an excerpt from the Zondervan Bible Compact Dictionary, which I don't have the actual dictionary page on the internet, so I have to go and find the excerpt from it. So it says ham, all right, and this is the definition for the word ham in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. There's an excerpt from it. It says the youngest son of Noah, right, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. Okay, so he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. See? So even though you had dark nations that came out of Ham, yet the Negroes, right, so-called Negroes, did not come out of Ham. All right. So whose line did they come out of? They came out of Shem. All right. So this destroys the notion or the claim that's saying that them calling us Africans. Okay. Because if you go through historical events, how we ended up in the western part of Africa is because we were chased out of the land of Israel during the time of 70 AD by General Titus. That's when we left the land of Israel, and we were scattered abroad. So really, that's the fulfillment of our prophecy when the Lord said he was going to scatter us throughout the 4 corners of the earth, in which he did. All right, because the last bulk of Israel, which was the southern kingdom, were still in the land of Israel, and then the Lord displaced us, and he took us out of the land in which the Lord said that the land was going to spew us out. All right, because of our transgressions against his word. And that's what happened. The land spewed us out. Okay, we were spewed out of the land by force, and we were scattered. Okay, that's how we ended up in the western part of Africa. See, that's why Jake, majority of our people, they can't go back further than Africa, because they don't understand the history first and foremost. But yeah, you have to understand that our history goes back further, but beyond Africa. Okay, us being placed in the western part of Africa. All right, because in the school system, or what we like to call fool systems, they only go back so far as Africa. They won't let you. They don't tell you about the events that took place concerning our people way before Africa. All right, they stop there because they don't want you to know your nationality. They don't want you to know about your true nationality and who you really are. Because if you wake up to your true nationality, that's the beginning of the end of their kingdom. All right, and that's what's been happening. Because no matter what they've done, they can't stop prophecy. Okay, it's going to be a time where we were going to be awakened once again to our nationality, and we were going to come back to our power, and that's what's happening right now, man. And I can guarantee you that Esau right now is losing it, man, because he's seeing us standing upon our feet, pursuing the revelations, and the breath of life is being entered back into us. Okay. Now I'm gonna go from there. I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the precepts. I'm gonna grab Revelations, the 3rd chapter, and this is at the 9th verse. It says, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie." And that's why these so-called Jews, these which they're really, they go back to Amalek. If you trace their line, which Amalek is the head of Esau, or head of Edom, the nation of Edom. And they lied about their nationality. They say they call themselves the Jews, but they're not, man. Okay, but do lie. It says, "Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." So now it's being revealed who the Lord really loves, man. Who he loves and who he hates. Read about it in Romans, the 9th chapter, and the 13th verse. It says, "As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." Okay. Now I'm going to go from there. I'm going to get the book of Isaiah, the 25th chapter. It's like here, looking for the scripture. Isaiah, the 25th chapter, and is at the 7th verse. It says, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations." And that's what the Lord is doing. He's destroying the face of the covering cast over all people. All right, and the veil that's spread over all nations. He's destroying that right now, man. So the covering cast is being taken off of all people and all nations, and the nationalities are being revealed. Okay, that's why we have the 12 tribe sign when we go out in the highways and byways, and we also have the table of nations to show you who they are, because right now it's being revealed who's who. Okay. Now I'm gonna go from there. This book of Ashley Slocky. I want to grab Hosea real quick. This book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people," right? We're being called Africans, which, in other words, they call us Hamites. They say that we're not the people of the Lord, right? Here in America and other parts of the world, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power. We are the Israelites. Now that's being proclaimed that we are. Okay. So in the place where it says, "Ye are not my people," which is here in America, calling us African Americans, Mexicans, Latinos, Hispanics, or Native Americans, now it's being revealed unto us that we are the sons of the living power. We are the sons of the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. Now I'm gonna go from there. I'm gonna get the book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities," right? "In the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. So right now we're in the land of our captivities, man. All right. And now we're remembering ourselves. We're remembering our heritage, our nationality. All right. Our culture. Our culture has been lost to us, man. And now we're getting that back. Okay? Because before time, our people didn't have anything to go back to. All right? We didn't have a heritage or a history to go back to. It's been lost to us. Okay? And now we're getting it back. All right? But that's pretty much it for this video and this lesson, Lord's will. This was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel, the members of the Holy elect. Until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule very well to this very day. Also, shalom to the Holy elect that is also laboring his work, that's giving it your all in his ministry, in his gospel, and also spreading this ministry and this gospel to other members of the Holy elect in faith, in truth and sincerity, and all charity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.